Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. So, if you've been watching our show for a while, you know we're not only about having a healthy vegan diet, it's all about the lifestyle too. And part of that is just getting outside and getting some fitness in. I like to, play basketball, but that's indoors. It's not as cool as like going out running and riding a bicycle. So, if you saw my episode from last August, I think it was, I got me finally a brand new proper road bicycle, Giant Contend SL. Anyway, it was probably the best bike. I reviewed tons of them. It was probably the best one I could find for about $1,000. So after I got that, I felt like I was ready to take the next step and get a proper GPS head unit rather than just using my smartphone tucked in my cycling jersey all the time. Well, when I went to go look at the prices of these GPS head units, they were expensive. I was looking at the Garmin Edges here, like $300, almost a third of the price of my bicycle, for a piece of technology like that. So I'm going, no way do I want to spend that much. And right around then is when Lezyne, a company I've been a fan of for a long time, I've been using their lights. Me and Angie have been using their lights, their rechargeable lights on our bikes for years, and we loved them. So I saw they were coming out with this brand new line of GPS units, like their second generation one. So I wanted to check that out, especially when I saw their attractive price point, way less than the Garmin's. So actually I wrote Lezyne several times asking them if I could review one of their brand new, at the time, GPS units. And they sent me one, the Micro GPS. And I've been a little naughty. It's been like 4 months or so now, and I haven't reviewed it yet. But I think that's great because now I've been using this thing, for all that time. So I can give you a really good, solid review of this. One of my main motivations for getting one of these things was to be able to use it with a power meter, which I don't have yet, but I'm not worried because these units sync up with any kind of Ant Plus or Bluetooth devices, so you're totally covered. And you can fully customize what data is being displayed to you. Since I'm not using a power meter or heart rate monitor, I just choose to display some simple data like my current speed, how far I've traveled, and just the time of day. You can have 3-4 lines of data, take your pick, and the fonts get bigger or smaller accordingly. I think some of the coolest features of this device come to life once you pair it with their free smartphone app, which is a nice little app. But here's the coolest thing, is the mapping feature. I've seen people with their Garmin Edges try to use the maps, and it's just a horrific experience. They're trying to type in directions on this little tiny screen. Not cool. With the Lezyne situation here, though, is you use your smartphone, use their app, tell it where you want to go, and from there it sends directions out to your GPS device here. So you look down, it tells you turn left at this street, turn right at that street, which is perfect because I want to take a long ride to San Diego from Long Beach. So that's going to be super helpful to get me there. Also, if someone sends you a text, that gets displayed on your screen too, which is really handy if Angie's trying to communicate with me about something going on at home. And if you're a Strava user like I am, this works really well. At the end of my ride, I just sync the device to my phone, and then hit one more button, and it uploads it to the cloud to Strava. And if you're a premium Strava member, which I'm not, you can use Strava live segments, which means you can look right on your device when you're in a Strava segment live, and it lets you know you should start pedaling fast right now if that's your kind of thing. And it couldn't be any easier to take the device on or off the bike. You just pretty much pop it on and twist, easy, done. And they say it's super weather resistant. I haven't had to test that out yet. And it has 14 hours of battery life. So that pretty much will last any ride that I'll ever do. And when you need to recharge it, just pop it out and plug it in via USB. So like I said, I've had this thing now for 4+ months, been using it the entire time, so I think this is a pretty solid review I'm giving it. It's just not like trying it once or twice. And I have to say, I'm very impressed with this device. It's not crashed on me once, it's always performed exactly as how it should perform. So if I have one little tiny complaint, it's that it's kind of small, It sometimes can be hard to read your data on here, but that's why I display 3 lines of data rather tthan 4, so I get a bigger font size. But if that were really a huge issue for me, I can always upgrade and get the larger Super GPS. And another tiny little complaint, sort of, if you want to look at it like that, is I kind of wish I got the watch version. Those came out a little bit later, so it wasn't available when Lezyne sent me this unit to review. The watch version, supposedly you can take that off your wrist and mount it on the bike too, so that way you can use it for both running and cycling. So I actually might have to make the investment into the watch one for my running. So yeah, you can tell I'm pretty stoked. I like my Lezyne GPS unit. I wouldn't trade it for anything except maybe a slightly bigger one or the watch one. But yeah, fully recommend checking this out. Save yourself a few $100 and get a Lezyne. Like I said, the turn-by-turn navigation is mind-blowing. It's like being in your car, exactly the same experience. And like I said, the fact that it pairs with just about any device out there, it's a winner. You know you're future-proof for a long time at least. So anyway, leave your questions and comments down below. Let me know what kind of GPS head do you use. Do you have one of the more expensive ones? Do you have a Lezyne? Do you just use your smartphone like I've been using for all these years? I think it's a big step up to get a real GPS unit. I'm super stoked. Anyway, let me know what you're using down there. And hit like if you like these occasional, sports product reviews, which I enjoy doing from time to time. So let me know. Leave a comment about that too. And subscribe for more content, vegan content from me and Angie here at Happy Healthy Vegan. So until next time, get on the bike with your GPS unit and keep it carb, baby. Keep it carb.